Hello guys, welcome back. So in this lecture, let's quickly talk about the unshift method. In the previous lecture, we have seen how the shift method works in terms of linked list. In this lecture, let's quickly understand what is unshift. Okay. So in simple words, the unshift is basically used to add the element in the beginning of the linked list, or in case of array, we used to add the element at the very beginning, right? So let me show you a small example. Okay. First. So let's say we have an array, okay, which let's say have two elements, 2 comma 3 comma 4. Okay, so now, okay, ARR is already declared, so let's use something else. Okay, let ARR 1. Okay, that one will be fine. Okay, so ARR 1 dot unshift if I use, and then if I pass test. Okay, so just see what happens here. Okay, so in this case, this unshift is returning me the total length of the array. So earlier the length was 3, now the length is 4. Okay, in our case, we can either return the length or we can return the whole linked list. It's up to us. Okay, so now let's quickly have a look at the array. As you can see, the test element which I tried to add using unshift method, it got added at the beginning of the array. Okay, so something like this only we are going to implement in the linked list. Okay, so how it will work in the terms of linked list, let me show you an example quickly. Okay, so let's say we have a linked list which have head and which have node 2, which is pointing to node 3, which is pointing to node 4, which is pointing to some tail node. Okay, so what we basically do, let me just add a quick arrow here, head node which is pointing to node 2. Okay, so let's say we got a new value, we got a new node which we have to add at the beginning of the this linked list. Okay, so how we will add is, we simply point the head, we simply make this new node as a head. Okay, so now we will make new head. Okay, so this one will make a new head, and then this node's next value we will point to this head node. Okay, so this way we will have the reference of the next node of our new node. Okay, so whichever value we are going to get, we are going to make it as a new head. Okay, or whichever head we had already in the linked list, we are going to reference that using the node.next method, node.next property. Okay, so this way we can simply link this new node with this head node. Okay, and then we are done, right? So what we used to do, whichever new node we are going to get, in case if we want to add it at the beginning, we are going to make it as a new head, and then for this new head, the next value we are going to point it to an existing head. Okay, so this way this one will become the second node and this one will become the head node. Okay, it's simple as that, it's not that much confusing. And in case if you're finding it confusing, then you can rewatch this section, right? So that's up to you. Okay, so now let's quickly write the logic for this. So unshift, I hope I'm spelling it right. Okay, okay, so first case is if there is no head. Let's say if the linked list is empty, if there is no head, then in that case what we have to do, we have to do something, right? So set new node to head and tail. Okay, otherwise what we have to do, otherwise make new node as head and existing head as the next value of new node. Okay, so this is what we are going to do, and then at the end we are going to increment the length of the array or length of the linked list by 1, and then either we can return the length the way unshift used to return, or we can return the linked list. Okay, So we will do both the things, return either length or linked list. Okay, so I'll write it like this. Okay, so now the first thing which we have to do, we have to create a node with the new value. Okay, so here let's pass the value, okay, which can be which can be used to create a new node. Now let's create a new node. So let new node equals to new node, and here we have to simply pass the value. Now we are ready. Now we are ready with the new node. Whichever value we are going to pass here, it is going to be created as a new node, right? Now in this new node we have the next value or every property which this particular basically node has, right? If you want, I can quickly take you through this. Okay, so I think it will be somewhere here. It will be somewhere here. So yeah, this one. So it has this dot value and it has this dot next node. Okay, so if you want, you can take a screenshot of it. Okay, or otherwise in the beginning of the linked list section I have explained like how we have wrote this. Okay, if you want, you can go ahead and watch that lecture, right? So yeah, if there is no head, what we have to do, this dot head equals to new node, okay, whichever we have created here, and then this dot tail we have to set to this dot head, because if there is no node in the linked list, then what we used to do, we simply set the new node as the head and the tail both, right? So that is what I have done here. It's nothing new, right? Or let me have it here for your reference. Okay, otherwise what we have to do here is else make the node as the head. Okay, so for that what we have to do, we simply have to this dot head equals to new node. Okay, so this way we have made the new node as a head, but we have to do one small change here. That is, see, in this one we already have an existing head, right? So if you write it this way, you will completely lose the access from the current head. Okay, so for that what we will do, we'll write a separate variable which will hold the value of the current head. Okay, and then this dot head equals to new node, and then what we have to do, this dot head dot next, we are going to set the current head, and then at the end what we have to do, we simply have to increment the length. Okay, so this one is also like as simple as the shift method which we have used so far. Okay, let me remove the extra spaces, and as you can see we are almost done. At the end, if you want, we can return the whole linked list, or if you want, we can return the length. Okay, so let's try with the linked list, the whole linked list, and let's see whether it is working properly or not. Okay, so this is all we have to do in order to implement the unshift method in the linked list. Okay, this is nothing complicated, I believe, right? So yeah, let's quickly so we already have new SLL, right? So let's try to make use of it. New SLL dot unshift, and then let's try to pass 010, okay, as a string, and then let's see what happens. Uncaught new SLL dot unshift is not a function. Okay, let me see what went wrong here. I think I have done something wrong. Dot unshift, have I spelled it correct? SHIFT, it's correct only. Is it outside of the class? I don't think so. It's inside of the class only. So let's quickly save it and then let's refresh it again. Okay, new SLL. Okay, so now as you can see, after using this unshift method, we are getting a linked list because we have written this whole linked list, right? So the new head is 010, and then tail is high 2. Okay, because this was the last node in the linked list. Let me show you. Okay, length is 3. So far so good, it is working fine. Okay, so the head's next node is high, which was the as you can see, which was the first element, which was the first node in the linked list. Now it have become the second node, and it have become the second node because of this piece of code. We are storing the current head into a variable, and then we are updating the new head as a new node, which we are getting from here. And then new node's next value, new head's next value, we are storing the existing head which we already had. Okay, so this was the existing head, and then we are storing this existing head as a next of the new head which we have here. I know it sounds confusing, I'm keep on saying new head, existing head, but if you watch this video at least twice, then you will get familiar with what I am actually trying to convey. Okay, so yeah, this is how we have attached a new node as a new head of the linked list, or we can say we have attached a new node in the beginning of the linked list. Okay, so now if you expand this next value, we have the value as high, and then the next value of this high is high 2, and then the next value of this high 2 is null. Okay, now let's try to add some nodes in the empty linked list. Okay, so I'm saving it right now. We have nothing here. Okay, so let's try to see what we have right now. See, singly linked list is null, head is null, tail is null, length is 0. Fine. So now let's unshift it and let's see whether it is working fine or not. Okay, so now head is 0, tail is 0, length is 1. Okay, so far so good. Value is this, and next is null. Okay, because we don't have any next element, right? Now let me quickly collapse it, and then let's push 0 to 0, and then let's see what happens. Okay, so now length is 2, head is this 0 to 0. Okay, we are using unshift method, so it got added at the beginning. This is our new head. Our tail is 010. The next value of this head is 010. Okay, value is 0 to 0. Okay, now after this 010 node, the next value is null. That means we just had two nodes. Okay, now let's quickly add a new node in the beginning, and let's see what happens. Okay, so now our new node, our new head is 030, tail is 010. Okay, the next element for this new node is this 020. Okay, and the next node of 020 is 010. Okay, so far so good. It is, that means we have successfully implemented the shift method in the unshift method in the linked list. Okay, so if you want, you can take a screenshot of it. If you want, you can pause this video and you can implement it by your own and just try to understand like how it is working. Try to write the console logs at each step. Okay, but there is nothing that much complicated. Okay, and if you want, you can simply return the length the way it was returning in the actual string method. But in singly linked list, or in terms of linked list, we usually return this whole linked list, right? Or it depends upon the question, like which type of question you are getting. Okay, so it depends upon that. Okay, so whatever you want, you can return from here. It totally depends upon you. It's up to your personal preference. Okay, so yeah, this is unshift method in the linked list. So this is it for today's video. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. So this is it for today. See you in the next one.